Any three of the, I think it's roughly 6 athletes. I think any three of the six can make the team.
Oh,
That
in
was,
Jamaica, with the Jamaican team.
yeah, makes the Jamaican team.
Oh,
What
I'm
are we talking about?
sorry. When I said it was locked up on the side, I meant on the world stage. I meant
Oh,
decided first,
I
second,
don't
and
think it's
third for the
locked
world
up and
championship.
decided by
No,
the three.
I
I
was
think.
wondering why you looked so perturbed.
Hey Trackies, welcome back to yet another video here on TXT Track Time. We're in for the long haul with this one. Now, Trackies, please go ahead and smash that like button, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you've yet to do so. Also, track fans, please go ahead and give us a follow over on our Instagram page and our Twitter. I'll put them up on the screen for you. Thank you. Now, Trackies, an athlete that amazed me this year, and for me, pretty much, smacked me and came out of nowhere, I would say, this year and really did well. And my expectation for her next season is that she's gonna be have a breakout year. So the athlete in question that I'm speaking of is Andrenette Knight. She unfortunately did not make the team to the World Championships because she had a horrible fall in the finals at the senior trials. But there was just something about her that made me sit up and go, she is our future in the 400-meter hurdles, and she's going to do crazy things. So for sure, this, and we have another video like this in a while, right? So this is definitely our boss out segment video for this, moment. So Anjanette Knight is definitely our boss out athlete that we have going into 2023. Tom, what do you think?
Okay, so I think somewhere around June, when Andrenette ran that 53, for me, that was when I really sat up and took notice because, again, I spoke about the barrier. And for the hurdles, the 400-meter hurdles, it is the 54-second barrier. So once she did below that, and track is, I know we're living in the world where
Us-
Cinema Clocking is running consistent 51s and has run that sub 51 time. I'm quite aware of that. But Cinema Clocking, Dalila Mohammed,
That's
and
a
a few
different beast.
others removed. Right. Removing three or so athletes from the equation, really 53 is really the sweet spot for 400-meter hurdlers. This kind of tells you that they're in it
Sweet
to
spot.
win
What
it.
do you mean when you say sweet spot?
Like the spot where you know they're serious and they're definitely contenders of
No, I think
merit.
it's high 52s if you're a high contender for a medal.
I'm not for a medal, but just generally speaking,
Oh,
as it
okay, yeah,
relates
yeah,
like
yeah.
making a national team, like
Mhm,
even like competing on the scene, like on the
mhm.
circuit,
Yeah,
getting invitations to compete on
yeah.
the circuit.
Agreed. I,
53s is kind of that spot, and that's where you build from. So
yeah,
for
I
me,
agree.
her running that 53, it made me know that there's room for growth, and
Yeah,
she's 26, and this was a huge leap. I think she moved from like maybe probably a 54, 55, all the way down to 53. So again, this was a huge jump. And we saw her at the trials, as T said, falling. But what I want to move from the trials and her fall after leading that race, so we never know what could have been, to the what she did after the trial, the Jamaican trials. I saw her get back out there onto the scene and race her second 53 of this season. So this is somebody who is not going to let one hurdle get her down. She gets up and stays competitive. So she finished her season well despite not qualifying and making the Jamaican team. And I think her training partner, T, you were saying it was Dalila Mohammed. That's the camp or group that she's training with. So I am excited. And track is imagine we're talking about a consistent 51. 51, right?
yeah.
Right.
She has the below
51.
52. Hmm.
Right. Athletes in the hurdle. So I'm excited. Dalila has beautiful running form. So I'm excited to see what Andrenette
Consistent
has in
52,
store.
and I think she did below 52 once. Yeah.
Right. So I'm excited to see what
Mhm.
is in store for Andronette as far as, improving on that, building on that personal best, possibly making the Jamaican team next year. and we can let us see what she can do at the World Championships. The 400-meter hurdles is one of those races similar to the 100 meters for females that is pretty much locked up and decided almost based on the separation of those three athletes from everybody else.
I don't think
However, you never know what is in store. I kind of feel like those three athletes kind of separated themselves, but you never know what is in store. And I'm excited to see what Andrenette will bring this year at the national trials, and provided that she makes national trials to the World Championships. You looked like you didn't believe that the 400-meter hurdles was locked up and
no, I
decided.
don't. No, I don't.
Why don't you feel
The
that way? And
times
take
that
us through what you think Antoinette has in store for us.
the times that are being run, most of the athletes that we have, maybe a 4, 5, 6 athletes are pretty much running around the same times. So any three can really step into that and get into top three. And we've
Did
seen
you
that
say any three?
any three of the six in my mind. Any three of the, I think it's roughly 6 athletes. I think any three of the six can make the team.
Oh,
That's
in
what,
Jamaica, made the Jamaican team.
yeah, makes the Jamaican team.
Oh,
What
I'm
are we talking about?
sorry. When I said it was locked up undecided, I meant on the world stage. I meant
Oh,
decided first,
I
second,
don't
and
think it's
third for the
locked
World
up and
Championship.
decided by
No,
the three.
I was wondering why you looked so perturbed. I meant locked up undecided for
I
the
think it's
first,
locked up when
second,
it
and
comes to
third.
Sydney. I think it's locked up when it comes to Sydney. And yes, Galila is also a 51 runner, and then Bull is bordering that
And
51,
what did you
at
say?
low 52s, low 52s. But I think that what we're seeing is an emergence of talent across the world.
Okay.
So other than Sydney, I don't necessarily believe anyone is safe. I mean, okay, give you an example. We're looking at Karsten, and saying that okay, it would be him and Rai Benjamin for years, but we still saw Santos, step up and win.
I knew Dos
So
Santos was coming. I wanted Dos Santos to win and not to stare too far from Andrenette Knight. But anybody who had eyes saw that Dos
yeah,
Santos
but even when you
was
look at the
coming closer
time,
and
when you look
closer.
at the time overall, though, it still didn't head into the realms that Karsten would have gone into. So I'm
But
saying
you
this to
do
say
know
you
that
don't
every race
necessarily.
does that again. While we're talking about Dos Santos, you do know every race that he ran, he got faster and faster
No, yeah, but I'm just saying you don't necessarily have to step into a Sydney realm or a Dalila realm to
to win.
possibly be on top. That's all I'm saying, because you never know what's going to happen. Now, with that said, back to
Back to
Antoinette.
Andrenette.
I loved what I saw from her, not necessarily because of times. Yes, I look at times, but I look at execution as well. Now, I remember when I was watching the 400-meter hurdles finals, and I was listening to the commentary on the screen, and one of the commenters were, they were fawning over her execution, and another one said, but the mere fact that she fell, she didn't execute. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Yes, she fell, but it's like the writing is on the wall in terms of Andrenette and her possibilities. It's just oozing out and it's slapping you in the face. And to me, in that moment, it felt like she was the commentator was in denial of the possibilities that exist for Andrenette. Now, trackies that have been following us for a while would have heard me time and time again say that for some strange reason, when I look at the hurdlers on the world scene versus on Jamaica's side, or just the athletes in general, our athletes tend to be a bit more muscular. And for the rest of the world, you see that they're really slim, not really carrying much weight on them. When you look at Dalila, when you look at Sydney, even over on the male side, when you look at them as well, the Santos, they're not really,
Right has lost more and more
right. You
weight.
see that these athletes are not really carrying around a lot of bulk with them, and those are the athletes that are succeeding, especially over the 4 hurdles I've noticed. And I was like, our Jamaican athletes, our coaches not seeing this? Are they not seeing this? These athletes need to trim down. No, something I learned as well is that it's also on the onus of the athlete to get in shape, because we've heard Sharika talk about how tough it is, how tough it was for her to, really
Stop eating those sugar buns.
Stop eating those sugar buns kind of thing and keep your weight down. But no, it's serious. So even though I'm getting on, I'm like, what's going on here? Why? It maybe the athletes themselves, are not doing what they need to do to keep their weight down to remain quote unquote slim and trim. So when I saw Andrenette, the first thing that slapped me was like, this is what I've been waiting to see. And then I was looking at how she goes over the hurdles, and I'm like, hold on, are we onto something here? We found the one. And then hearing that, she also trains with Dalila, I was like, girl, this girl is coming for everything in Jamaica. And she was leading the race until she fell. It was very unfortunate. It wasn't her time, but I don't think there's anything that's going to stop her successes 2023 and beyond. She has everything, in my opinion, in what I want to see in a 400-meter hurdle. I want to see you slim and trim. I don't want to see you looking like you're, or Jamaican female athletes are well endowed. So, for lack of a better term, I would like to see not so much endowedness happening, especially in these in these longer events. No, I'm serious. It's how you're
It's
gonna
hard,
lift
it's
all of that.
genetics.
It's
It's
easy.
hard.
No, but you can lose weight, I think, and slim that down. I mean, look at Sydney and Dalila. You know those, and Ball. The three athletes that are succeeding right now are the three slimmest athletes over the 400-meter hurdles. So something has to be going on there, right? So when I look at her, for sure, I just fell in love. And I feel like she for sure is going to do big things in the future. And I love that the fact that she fell, it didn't get her down. This is her first year of being pro. So she's now tested the waters and she's seen what's possible. And if this is your first year of going pro, nobody was checking for her prior. Yeah. And her first year of going pro, she's made such an impact. Now that I know what to do, or know that I've tasted disappointment, I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm going to be training my butt off, figuratively and literally. Yeah, to make sure that I have everything in place so that next year when I go to the senior trials, I will be able to stand on top and make that team. And I don't see nothing stopping her next year. I'm telling you, she looks like she's ready to do something dangerous. She was ready to do it at trials. It didn't materialize, unfortunately. But next season, yeah, and I don't think it's just gonna come at trials. I think before trials we're gonna be seeing it, and into trials she's just gonna stamp her class. And I think a lot of athletes, Jamaican athletes, need to wake up and as well take a page out of some of these athletes that you've seen, have successes on the track in certain events. Look at why they're succeeding and try to see if you can emulate some of those things. It's working, so let it work for you, kind of thing.
Okay, Chakis, you heard T's lengthy sermon, but despite that, tell us what you think in the comment section below about Andrenette Knight. How excited are you to see what is in store for her future and Jamaica's future, as far as breaking through the 400-meter stronghold goes? Let us know that other
100
athletes.
meter hurdles.
400-meter hurdles, strong hold, right? So let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Something you forgot. Sydney's gonna be running the 400. So you're talking about the stronghold in the 400-meter hurdle. She may not be there next year. So
I
there's
have to
there's
see
a
it to
spot opening
believe
up.
it. Why give up your meal tickets?
Because I don't know either. I wouldn't, but
I wouldn't give up my meal tickets. I mean, it's not gonna be as easy. I watched in a race since high school, so I all those 4x4 races, the comebacks were insane, and all her 400-meter flats were insane. So I know what she is capable of, but I'm just saying the competition, what she has achieved in 400-meter hurdles, she's going to have to really dig deep to be on top for the 400 meters. So
well, let's see.
I'll see what's in store for her. Jack is. It's not impossible, but I'll just have to see it first.
Okay.
Tell us what you think in the comment section below about Andrenette Knight again. What is in store for her? I'm Tam.
And MC.
We'll catch you in another one.